What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today is gonna be a little bit of a different style of video. I'm gonna get on here and just rant a little bit because recently I had a mind-blowing experience and I'm gonna share it with you guys. I did a 45-hour fast and ended up losing 15 pounds. Literally, by the time this thing had started and ended, I looked like two completely different people. I remember Ankrum, I talked to him right before I started it, and I talked to him the day after, and he literally said I looked like an entirely new man afterwards. And I wanted to get on here and break this whole thing down because I made a social media post and the comments got pretty wild. Some people saying that it's impossible to lose 15 pounds of fat, which I didn't claim that that's what happened. I had some people asking me for my advice on how to do it. I had other people telling me they've been fasting and they absolutely love it. And I basically wanted to get on here and just share my experience with it, why I did it, all the benefits that I feel like I got from it. And overall, maybe this will help you if you're thinking about doing a fast on your own, or maybe it'll just give you some knowledge. Knowledge is power. So let me start this off on why I even fasted in the first place. So if you follow along with the channel and you watch the videos, you may know that I was on a little bit of a cut there for like the last 12 weeks. I understand not everybody watches every video. I have so many different styles of content. My audience is like scattered completely around, but I'm not gonna hold it against you if you didn't know that. So about 12 weeks ago, if you guys remember like the hashtag up 10 thing, I ended up gaining like 10 pounds. I wasn't happy with my body and I went on a cut and I was documenting it over the course of my videos. And after about 7 or 8 weeks, I felt like I was in really good shape, some of the best shape of my life. I'll put some training footage on the screen right here. Just feeling lean, feeling mean, doing all the right things, eating out of the cookbook, eating anabolic foods, eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, a couple snacks, like everything was perfect. But anytime things are going perfect, there's always distractions that can throw you off the path. And for me, my distraction was like a mini vacation that I took, knowing that I had friends coming in town that I hadn't seen in a couple years, and it was gonna be like this big like family reunion thing. So friends came in on a Thursday, we partied, we drank, we went crazy all the way through Sunday. I'm doing things I'd never done before. On a regular diet, guys, like when I just in my regular day, literally I eat out one time a week when it comes to my cheat meal. Other than that, I'm cooking food out of my cookbook, I'm making it, I'm eating at home, I'm saving money. But this weekend was like, literally wake up, let's go eat breakfast somewhere and get mimosas. Lunch, let's go to a fajita place and drink some margaritas. And then dinner, whatever dinner would be, we would drink more, then we'd go to an after party and we'd all drink and hang out till like 1 a.m. And I just did that all freaking weekend. So come Monday, I wanna say at the bottom of my cut, I was weighing in the low 170s. And when I weighed myself that Monday after everybody left, I was up to like 185. So in my head, I'm like killing myself. I'm like, man, you just gained 12 pounds over a weekend. I'm hungover, I'm not feeling good. I'm looking in the mirror, I'm puffy. I can't even see my abs anymore. After just one weekend, I'm like not feeling good. I'm feeling depressed. I'm looking at myself when I'm filming these videos and my face is big, it's puffy. I'm more red than usual. I'm just mad at myself, really. They're like, I let all this happen. So I was weak and I let it slide into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So not that I went as crazy. I wasn't drinking, I wasn't going out to eat, but I was having, more calories than I should have. I didn't just get right back on my program. And basically by the time that Friday morning rolled around, I weighed myself and I was 188 pounds. And I still remember I shot a video that day and I had a thumbnail that I was going to use. And I looked at the thumbnail and my face and my whole body was so swollen and I looked so unhealthy that I literally scrapped the thumbnail I had and I had to like put one together in Photoshop with an old picture of me just because I was so like ashamed of how I looked. Yeah, not a good place to be. So it was that Friday and I was like, all right, like something has to change. I feel terrible. And then the craziest part was, I don't know if it was the alcohol or what it was, but my ankles were like puffy and swollen up. Like you look at my ankles right now, you just see bone, they're pretty lean. Like literally couldn't even see my ankle bone. My ankles are swelled up. My wrists were swelled up and like my watch was digging into my wrist, and like this little wristband thing I wear that's loose, I would take it off and there was indents in my arms. My whole body was swollen and I think I had like systemic inflammation or something just from being so strict for all those weeks and then going on like a week-long bender that included alcohol. So if you know what that was, comment below. It was super scary. I almost went to the doctor for it, but it ended up going away after the fast. So basically wake up Friday morning and I'm like, something needs to change. I feel terrible. I feel like I just threw away the entire progress of this cut. I need to get back on track. So I was doing some research into fasting and the original plan was just to fast and just do like a 24-hour fast. So like I quit eating at dinner and then I would just eat dinner the next night. I just felt like I needed to clear my system because I felt so terrible every day when I woke up. And I got on and I was Googling and reading benefits of like extended fasting, 40-hour fasting in particular. And there's all this stuff where it was like, it'll help you drop water weight. It'll help cleanse your system out if you need to detox, get rid of inflammation, things like that. And basically at this point I was like, I will do anything. Not only am I sleeping like crap, my whole body is an absolute mess. So I decided that Friday, I just wasn't going to eat anything but drink water and take all my supplements that didn't have calories. So basically like my multivitamins, my yohimbine, vitamin D3, things like that. I omitted the greens and I omitted the fish oil. So that day goes by, I get to about dinner and I get pretty hungry, but it only lasts for like 30 or 45 minutes and I just keep drinking water. I ended up drinking 2 gallons of water that day. day, and then it goes away. So that night, I lay down to go to sleep, and this was very strange. I felt like I had a ton of energy. Like I wasn't tired. My body just wanted me to like stay up, and I actually slept pretty bad that night. I woke up like every couple of hours. I felt like I was peeing all night. I was really hot while I was sleeping, but I still remember I woke up that Saturday morning, so the morning after the fast, and I woke up and I felt like an entirely new man. I looked down, almost all the swelling and inflammation was gone in my ankles. My wrists were back to a normal size. My face had shrunken. I could see my abs again, and it was almost like all this BS weight that I was carrying was literally just water and inflammation and just absolute toxic bullcrap, which is pretty crazy to think about. So I weighed myself that morning, and I want to say I was roughly 178 pounds, which means I'd lost 7 pounds over the course of just that one fast, which is pretty wild. And then I went to the gym. I did my normal 40 minutes of cardio. I always do it in a hoodie. I always do it in sweatpants. That way I can sweat more. Then I went into the sauna, got out, went home, took a shower, weighed myself, and I was down to 173 pounds. So over the course of that entire fast, I lost 15 pounds, and all the BS that I was dealing with after a week-long binge crappy eating fest completely went away. I felt like, if anything, just that entire week of bullcrap, I only maybe gained realistically like a half pound after I cleared out all the inflammation and bullcrap from the fast. So I did that, and I felt so good that literally since then I've done maybe 5 more 40-ish hour fasts. And as of right now, I'm kind of enjoying how I feel on them. I'm not sure if this is something I want to do long-term, if I want to start fasting multiple times a week, but right now I feel so amazing on it that I kind of want to experiment with it for a couple weeks. And realistically, if you want to fast yourself, all it really boils down to is, I would say, if you want like the method that I've been using, is I try to cut all my food off the night before the fast at 7. Then after that, your fast starts. So think about it this way. By the time you get to 7 p.m. the next day, you're at 24 hours, right? You get to 7 a.m. the morning after that, you're at 36 hours. 4 more hours is 11 a.m. and then you can eat again. So it's really not, it sounds longer than it is. You just have that one day where you're just drinking water. But after that, you wake up the next morning, do a little bit of fasting in the morning, and then you're eating before lunchtime, and boom. It really wasn't that hard. Now, I'm not here in this video trying to sell you that you should try a fast or anything like that. I'm just telling you something that I tried out that seemed to really fix this rut I was in. It seemed to completely change my body, got rid of the inflammation. It was a really good detox. I can't even put it into words, guys, how much of a game changer this was for me. I'm trying not to make it sound way better than what it actually was. And I would stress to you, if you decide to do this, is not to use the fasting as a form of extreme calorie restriction, but instead use it more as a way to detox, give your body a little cleanse. Because what I've been doing is, if I do a fast like that and I spend a whole day not eating, the next day when I break my fast, I'm eating double the amount of calories that I normally would have eaten, double the amount of protein. That way my end weekly calories, my protein, everything end up being right in line. So I'm not technically under eating or anything like that. So if you do this, just pay very close attention to the amount of calories you consume when you break your fast. Make sure you're still eating enough protein. If you're eating out of my cookbook, you are going to be good to go. Available at the link in the description box. Every meal loaded with protein, delicious tasting foods. You already know. And also keep an eye on your water intake. I drink 2 gallons of water roughly on a fasting day, and be mindful of your electrolytes and salt. Make sure you're getting stuff like that in. So yeah, that is basically my experience with it. Now, do I think long-term this is good for building muscle? Do I think long-term that this is sustainable? I'm really not even sure. I was looking up studies earlier and I was finding mixed results. I originally wanted to get on here and make a video where I was detailing like how I would recommend you do it, but honestly, I don't know enough yet. I didn't want to get on here and try to talk out my ass and make it seem like I was some expert on this when I'm not. I'm like brand new to this whole thing. So I will tell you this, I am going to continue doing this, maybe even just once a week for the foreseeable future. Maybe I do it the day after every cheat meal, see if it's better at controlling things like that. And I don't know, I'm gonna keep doing it, and I will update you guys once I feel like I have a better grasp on this. Maybe I'll make an entire protocol and I'll lay it out in a video. But for now, I just had to get these thoughts out because yeah, it was a crazy experience. I mean, I feel fantastic. My physique bounced right back. I weighed myself this morning and I am back to the weight I was at before that big week-long binge. And yeah, I'm feeling absolutely incredible. Life is good. The sun is shining. So hopefully you got some value out of this. If you did, smash that thumbs up button for me. Comment below your experiences with fasting, because that's one thing I do a lot when I'm trying different diets is I like to read other people's experiences. I get on Reddit, I see what people are saying about their results, and I try to absorb as much knowledge as I can, and then I'd like to go into it myself, knowing what the possibilities, the negatives, the positives are, and I kind of draw my own conclusion. But for me, it was really nothing but positives. No part of it was bad, and all the ones I've done since have only gotten easier, and I feel incredible. So I've been rambling enough. Don't forget, the new flavor of Anabar, the s'mores, is dropping November 4th at 4 p.m. Central. Set a reminder on your phone. You want to be there because we don't have many of these, and they are for sure going to sell out. So best tasting protein bar on the market, man. The best thing about this fast is when I eat 4,000 calories after I break a fast, I'll end up eating like 5 or 6 of these just to hit my calories. It's pretty wonderful, although I'm going through a ton of them. My cookbook is available at the first link in the description box. Nothing but delicious, high protein foods in there that are perfect for when you break your fast and you want to eat delicious, but still get all that protein in. Whew. We are out of here, baby. Appreciate you guys as always. Comment down below, thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see each and every one of you at the next video. See you guys. Bam, bam, bam.